Grace and peace to each of you. Hope you're having a splendid day. We are beginning today. A series, Surviving Seeds and Secrets. Again, the series is entitled Surviving Seeds and Secrets. Part 1, The Hidden Message Behind the Eye. Again, this is part 1, a series entitled Surviving Seeds and Secrets. Part 1, The Hidden Message Behind the Eye. I am Dr. Lydia Michelle Young here with my co-host, intercessor Janine Nicole, amazing partner in the ministry and business. And it's just an honor to be here with you today. And I hope your day has been going great. Tell us a little bit about how your day has been. How are you today?
Good evening, everyone. And I'm definitely excited to be back for another episode. My day has been fantastic, as well as I hope everybody else day has been fantastic. Mm-hmm. Definitely looking forward to this series, Surviving Seeds and Secrets. Sounds very impactful, so definitely looking forward to it. I'm ready to get right to it.
As we know, looking forward as well. As we know, the Bible uses eyes. The Bible uses eyes as a metaphor for the soul, mm-hmm. and how they can be used to direct a person or individual's energy, behavior toward good or evil, toward what is right or what is wrong. So the eyes are a metaphor for the soul. And we think about the eye, it really steers the body. It directs the body, as we refer to eyes. So eyes being are the windows of the soul. That is scripture. We understand that. And what are we talking about here? We're talking about the eyes being the window being considered as a door. You think about a window, a door, a gate, a portal, an access point. Mm-hmm. So the eyes are an access point to the soul, mm-hmm. Where we're talking about the hidden messages behind the eye. So what's the intention? What's the intention of that individual? When you look, or when I look, or when we look into a person's eye, what their intention is can be detected if we observe the eye, the motion of the eye, the lust of the eye. Because think about the eye can speak desire, and I can speak anger, and I can speak hatred, and I can speak love, and I can speak adoration, depending on how that eye positions itself. What the feeling and the emotion that's on the inside can be and is displayed through that eye, through the eye of that individual. So when we talk about eyes are the windows of the soul, we're talking about being able to discern the true feeling, the true emotion, the true intention, the true character of that individual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. The eyes definitely are an identifier. They could be very revealing. And, we don't really have to be, a person with spiritual discernment, right? Or even, a high level of perception. If you are in a conversation with a person, and you're engaging, either you're actively engaging in that conversation, not only being an active listener, but being an active observer, looking at the person, giving that eye contact, with the one that you're having that dialogue with. Oftentimes you're able to see, which way that conversation in essence is going to go, and even when you think about a man, looking at a woman that he may be interested in, how a lot of times do we as women know that we have the interests of a man, right? It's something his eyes are speaking to us, and vice versa. A woman can, speak to a man with her eyes, right? To show the intent there, the attraction there. So definitely, the eye is definitely a gateway to the soul.
Absolutely. Reading the eye, surviving seeds and secrets, the seeds of the eye, the secrets behind the eye, surviving that. And when looking into a person's eyes, right? You said when, we can tell, a man or a woman can tell if a person is interested in a man or a woman, or a person can tell if, there's some type of attraction there. Remember, we talk about sweet fire surviving the flame when what attracts you burns. And we're going to get there talking about that attraction that actually burns, that attraction that actually causes devastation, that attraction that gets a person caught up. Now there's domestic violence in there, there's anger, and there's jealousy, and there's rage, and there's all of these different there's all of these different situations that occur as a result of the emotion, because remember, the eye reveals, the emotion, what's going on the inside, the inner man, what's happening inside of that person. When we even look at, and I'm gonna go back to what I was saying, looking into the eyes of a person, where we even look at the word emotions, that eye will reveal the emotion of that person. We look at the word emotions, we see the word motion, right? There's movement, there's activity in emotions. And when a person has too much emotion going on, there's a lack of stability. There's a lack of, having a balance. Okay, so I'm going in that direction. Let me circle back to looking into a person's eye, or catching, we catch a glimpse of their inner soul. We catch a glimpse of that inner person when we look into an individual's eyes. And understanding the direction that the eye may travel or go, which way is it turning, which way, understanding how the eye works and the direction in which it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, so surviving seeds and secrets, the message behind the eye. You can definitely tell if a person, there's some dark intent there. Right. A lot of psychologists and psychotherapists, anybody who is studied, with the cognitive, right? Even FBI analysis, behavioral analysts, right? What do they do in their studies? Oftentimes they, they're study the person's eye. They study the person's eye. I know many of us have heard one time or the other, somebody make mention of someone being, they're not there. Look at their eyes, you could just tell that they're not there. There's a empty, dark space behind the eye, right? Right. So, a lot of times we can definitely tell if there's some dark intentions there. And, the eyes definitely can tell the story.
And interesting, that's right, tell the story. The eyes tell the story. The interesting thing about eyes, that although they're nonverbal, they speak very loudly. They're nonverbal, but they speak very loudly, and we can tell what the intention or what the message is, by being observant. Let's just say it like that. So eyes plant seeds. Eyes plant seeds, surviving seeds and secrets. Eyes have the ability to plant seeds. If I see someone looking, I'll just use myself for an example, and there's an intention there, an attraction there, an intention there, and the intention is not good, but then I find myself drawn to that. If the eye is looking at me and I find myself drawn to it and I begin to engage, there's a seed that's going to be planted there, depending on what the intention is. Does that make sense? Okay, so surviving the seed of that message, that seed that's being planted, and then the secret thereof. Eyes are nonverbal, but they speak very loudly. And so when we talk about the eyes being the window of the soul, that we're talking about the eyes being the window of that person's spirit, the emotional nature of that individual. the spirit of that person, and then also understanding that the spirit of that person is what gives life to the body. The eyes are the window of the soul, or to the soul. The eyes are the window to the soul. We're talking about the spirit of that person. We're talking about the soul of the person. We're talking about the spirit of that individual, which gives life to the body. To the body. You understand? To the body. And think about everything and all what happens with the body, how the body can dominate the spirit, how the body tries to exercise control over our knowing, or what we know is right. We're in this flesh. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. I'm bringing that in, but where is it at? The war is in the mind. It's in the body. Our flesh is where that real war is. Trying to bring it around, just dropping, the intro beginning nuggets of where we're going in this series. So.
So when a person giving, you said life to what's behind, their eye, and then, the seeds being planted. Absolutely. If there's good behind a person's eye, then, there's going to be some treasures that, that are planted in somebody's life, some jewels planted, in somebody's life. There's going to be, something positive there. But, if there's, that once again, that dark intent behind the eye, then the seeds that are going to be planted are what? Of course, the, demonic seeds from that demonic realm. And what's going to be the root cause of, the result of those seeds, what's going to grow, what's going to be birthed, what's going to flourish as a result of those demonic seeds that have been planted, right? You're talking about pain, you talk about devastation, you talk about heartache, and oftentimes those emotions, what do they lead to? They lead to toxic relationships. They lead to suicidal ideations. They lead to alcoholism. They lead to depression, right? It's just so many things that come from those toxic seeds, that if a person is not aware of, the hidden message behind the eye, they unfortunately will fall victim to, like many of us have fallen victim to that. Many of us have fallen victim to that. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter the gender. It doesn't matter how long, one's been walking in a relationship with the Lord. Many of us have fallen victim to the hidden message behind the eye. Many of us have been somebody's prey as a result of that predator, right? With that hidden message behind, that eye. So absolutely.
And so agreed with everything you said today. Again, is an introduction to our series, Surviving Seeds and Secrets. Surviving seeds that are planted through the activity of the eye, that motive, that intention, that secret hidden message in the eye. So we are going to be coming back with part 2 to dive more deeply into this conversation, give a little exercise to the Christian thought on what it is as far as the eye, the door, the gate, the portal, access points, and so forth and so on. I'm definitely looking forward to this series here. This is definitely going to be a good one. Surviving seeds and secrets. Surviving seeds and secrets. So definitely looking forward to coming back on here next week to talk more about it. This is good. Absolutely, to discover how to interpret emotions and intention from eyes alone. How to interpret emotion and intention just from the eyes alone. No words, no body language, but interpreting what is being said, what is being conveyed, what's the message just from the eyes alone.
Yeah, you saying that, and I'm thinking about being able to interpret what's behind the eye, right? Without a person opening up their mouth. Do you know how much pain, many of us would be able to escape, avoid, how much heartache, how much hardship we would be able to avoid, being able to interpret that hidden message behind the eye without that person even having to utter a word.
That's right. Because the real, because the eye will reveal the internal thoughts, internal, emotions, as we've talked about, internal intentions, as we talked about, a window to their true feeling. Why? Because eyes don't lie.
Right.
Until next time. Until next time. Until next week. Until next week. You have a wonderful week. You have any last words? Have a wonderful week, everyone.
All right. Awesome weekend. Looking forward again to being back here on next week.
Peace be to you. Peace be to your house. And peace be to all you have. God bless you.